This is my code for the payroll record class. I guess I'll just start off in main to make it pretty simple. So in main, I'm declaring some variables, asking for the user input for the file, making sure it's a valid file, and if not, then it'll return unable to open file, and then return 1. I'm creating an array called payroll array, and setting some variables that I'm using in this while loop. In this while loop, what's going on is it is basically setting hours, and which is just a double I created just barely. So it's from the in file, it is setting hours and also pay rate, and then down here it's ignoring 2 statements, and then it is getting the line, which is basically just the string, also known as the name, and it's also I'm a Mac user, so I have different line endings, so that's why that is there. Right here, payroll index. So this is basically just declaring at what location in the array it will be, and it's setting it equal to this function, which is payroll record, which can be seen here, which automatically goes into here and sets all those. So it'll go through set hours, set pay, and set rate. I'll show you those real quick. Set hours is just checks if it's within the range of 0 to 168. If it's not, it will set it to 0. If it is, then it will just set it to what it's currently at. In set pay rate, we have a it takes in a double, just the variable is called pay rate, and it if it's less than minimum wage, which is $7.25, then it will set it equal to $7.25. But if it's anything other than that, it will just set it equal to what it's already at. And then set name is setting it equal to the function fix name with the name that was brought in. This fix name is down here. Right here. What's basically going on here is it's checking for periods and commas, and basically determining whether or not it's first, last, and if it needs to switch them up. So basically it'll get the string, make sure it goes first and then last, and then continue on. I'll go back to main, down here, and then I also close that file. These are some just outputs. So this is a console output, and then output to payroll data, and then output to payroll report. So in here, it is basically for all 3 of these, they're doing the same thing. It's creating a for loop with just an integer of I that increases every time. It is writing out that first array item, and then it's repeating that until index, which is added up in this little while loop right there. It does that for both payroll data and payroll report. Payroll data looks like this. So it'll have, the hours, pay rate, and then gross pay, and then name, and then so forth. And then payroll report looks like this. So it has Bill Collins, hours worked, Bar Smith, other things in main. That's all of main, but some behind the scenes would be our header. So we have a class called payroll record. We have some public variables. So these are just things in the public. So we have a constructor, and then a destructor, and then we have some getters and setters, and then we also have some static and private members. And these other ones, like write data, write report, fix name, those are just outputs that I had to write. Well, not this fix name, but these 2 are. And then in payroll record, CPP, anything else I missed? Oh, right, so these are just the write reports. So write data will basically just output what I showed you in the other file. So hours with a space, and then pay rate with a space, and then gross, compute gross, and then a name. And then down here, it'll basically do the same thing, just organized differently. So it'll go name, hours worked, pay rate, gross pay, and etc. The only other thing I haven't shown yet is this compute gross. And what this is it is a constant, and it is creating a double called gross pay. And it's checking to see if hours is less than or equal to regular hours, which is 40. If it is, then, if it's less than or equal to 40, it's just the normal gross pay of hours times pay rate. If it is not, then that means it is your hours worked minus the regular hours times pay rate times overtime plus hours times pay rate. And basically that's just giving you overtime hours. That is pretty much it. I don't really think there's anything else in there. I guess I can show it running real quick. So I'll hit main, I'll hit run. Right here, I will type in payroll underscore input.txt, hit enter, and yep, so it'll obviously output these to the console, and then both input and both data and report. Cool, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.